Hey travellers! Today we are checking into the Novotel London Bridge to see how accessible and neuro-inclusive this stay really is. Minutes away from London Bridge Station, the hotel itself sits on a busy road, but the parking entrance is actually tucked off a much quieter side street, which makes the initial arrival feel way less chaotic if you're travelling by car. From the moment we arrived, the access was straightforward and entirely step-free, from the street right through to the lobby and lifts. The lobby felt immediately calming, a perfect break from the busy London crowds. They even have a fast checkout drop box if you want to skip the desk at the end of your stay. The staff were fantastic. The receptionist offered my son a bowl of cute teddy bear cuddlies to pick from, which was such a lovely touch that made us feel so welcome. On a separate note, we did find that one receptionist recognized the sunflower lanyard, but another didn't, so perhaps some further in-depth awareness training could be included there. Inside the room, there was a good amount of floor space for a wheelchair to turn, though the room itself was a relatively average size, not huge. We found a few hits and misses with the accessibility. The ledge for bags and the main bed itself were nice and low, but the light switches were at a standard height rather than being lowered. Also, the mugs were stored very high up, which really isn't ideal for access. The bathroom setup was a bit unexpected for a mobility room. While it did have a wet room feel, it wasn't actually step-free as there was a lip on the shower tray. Crucially, the shower had no grab rails and the head was positioned quite high up. The toilet also felt quite low, while the sink was an average height. For our neurodiverse community, sensory input is a huge factor. The decor uses a neutral muted palette and the rooms were impressively soundproof. Despite being roughly a 10-minute walk from London Bridge, it felt like a genuine escape. The blackout curtains were a highlight, making it easy to create a dark, quiet space to decompress. By the lifts, there was a noise-coded schedule for breakfast times, which we thought was a very sensory-friendly touch. When it came to breakfast, the layout was quite open plan and easy to navigate. Some of the staff were accommodating, and again, it didn't feel crowded. The soundboard really helped with that. Even during the holidays, the restaurant remained spacious and surprisingly quiet. The menu had varied and safe food options, including a great kids menu. We actually chose to order our food and bring it back to our room for a quiet, low-sensory dinner. But while waiting, we enjoyed a drink and crunched on some delicious popcorn. The bar itself wasn't too overwhelming, and you can access it through its own door or via the lobby. Now back to the room, and in terms of amenities, you've got a fridge, kettle, and a QR code for the hotel app, which featured some essential services. As a side, if you do find logging into the Wi-Fi tricky, just ask the receptionist for help. There's also a gym on site. It's a dedicated space with a good range of cardio equipment and weights. We like that it wasn't overly crowded, which is great if you prefer a quieter environment to work out in without too much sensory input or the pressure of a busy gym floor. Overall, while there were some physical accessibility hurdles in the room, the staff's kindness and the calming environment took a lot of the typical travel anxiety out of the equation. Thank you for watching. If this review helped, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more inclusive, sensory-friendly trips. See you in the next one.